Hello, a very good evening to all of you. Today we are going to discuss the question, the real IELTS question on 16th, which came on 16th of July 2022. That's on Saturday afternoon session. These days, the fashions in clothing are constantly changing. Is this affecting the individuals and the environment in a positive or negative way? So we do have the question like this. I just unify this question here. These days, fashions in clothing are constantly changing. So we do have difference in the clothing. Is this affecting the individuals and the environment in a positive or negative way? So is this affecting number one, individuals, number two, environments? We have different types of fashions in clothing. We have different styles of dress, shirts, trousers, ladies, outfits, costumes, party wears, casual wears, fashions. Fashions in clothing are constantly changing. Is this affecting the individuals and the environment in a positive or negative way? The question is very clear. Now we are going ahead with the introduction of this particular question. We have understood the question. Let's go with the introduction. So what is the statement part of the question? Fashions and clothing are constantly changing. Of late, fashion industry has witnessed tremendous changes and is seen constantly updated. Okay, now I do have a small editing there. Of late, fashion industry has witnessed tremendous changes. So already we have said that tremendous changes have occurred in the fashion industry and is seen constantly updated. Now, if analyzed critically, this trend appears to be positive to the individuals. However, it creates some adverse environmental impacts. Now, the answer for the question is very clear. So I can avoid if analyzed critically. If you need, I just go for that. So this trend appears to be positive to the individuals. However, it creates some adverse environmental impact. So two sentences we have written. The first sentence addresses the topic. The second sentence is the answer for the question. And we do have a total of 29 words there in the introduction. You don't have to say more in the introduction. We just need to highlight what we are going to say in the paragraphs. We are just going to highlight what are we going to say in the paragraphs. That's it. Now, turning to the impact this change has on the individuals, the most obvious is that it can make a person feel that he is an active member of a fast advancing society. So this is the obvious benefit an individual can get in this present world. Now he is an active member of the fast advancing society because he moves with the fashion, or she moves with the fashion. She moves with the updated fashionable clothing. Wearing fashionable clothes which are updated naturally would boost the person's personality and confidence. Now, people have different opinions whether dressing style can affect their personality. Of course, the person who is wearing the clothing, a dress which is casual or fashionable, whatever it is, he feels that, or she feels that he it affects the personality. If you look from outside, you may have diverse opinions, but if you do it yourself, if you are wearing a fashionable cloth, if you are wearing an updated clothing, then you feel that your personality is upgraded and your confidence has gone higher. And this is the first advantage for the customers, individuals, and that too for the customers, those who buy and wear it. They do have this feeling. They are a part of a fast advanced society, a much civilized society, modern society, a high-tech, tech-savvy society. Now, we have the second part of the paragraph. It is to be noted that the trend has a more positive impact on the manufacturers. Now, we do have as an impact, a positive impact for the individuals who wear it, use it. But we do have more positive impact on the manufacturers. This is because they can produce more, increase their sales, and assimilate more profit. This is not good, not only good for the customers who buy the products, it's good for the manufacturers too, because they make more production there. Distributors, retail sellers, advertisers, and logistic companies are some others who are making gains from this constant change in fashion. So when we have a constant change in fashion, we have other members of the society who is making profit from this. That's logistic companies, advertising companies, retail sellers, wholesale sellers, distributors, and even the government. Now, nevertheless, we have said something positive for the individuals who buy and produce and distribute it, whatever it is. Now, we are going with the negative side. Nevertheless is the word we used. That's the same as however, nonetheless. It's a standard form. Nevertheless, the trend raises serious concern to the environment, and this is because of the increasing demand of raw materials and excessive pollution. So environmental concerns are there, serious environmental concerns are there. And one thing is the increasing demand of raw materials, and another thing is the excessive pollution. To be clearer, with every change in the fashion industry, there would be a surplus production. Now, I have not got a correct explanation there. With every change in fashion industry, there would be a surplus production. How can I understand that? I want more explanation. To explain it further, simultaneously with the existing production of the popular clothing materials, newer materials are being produced. And this demands more raw materials and energy, which turns out to be an obvious environmental harm. So when a new fashionable outfit is launched in the market, naturally the company has to produce more number of such newer products. Simultaneously, you can see the popular products which are already in the market, it moves on. So additional production is needed there. Apart from this, an excess production naturally will create more pollutants, which is another serious environmental concern. So we have environmental concern here, that is the increasing concentration of pollution. Now, we have seen the major parts of the essay. The first paragraph, we have seen the positive aspects of the constant change of fashionable dress on the customers who buy it. Next, beneficiaries are manufacturers, distributors, advertisers, logistic companies. And when it deals with the environment, you can see that we have excess use of resources, raw materials, and excessive pollution. And that's what we have explained here. And towards the last, to conclude, though constant changes in fashionable clothes have a positive impact on the individuals, the trend has an opposite impact on the environment. So environmental, they have an opposite impact. In case of people, we do have very progressive impact among the people who use it and produce it. Thank you, and that is the end of your explanation. You can write in other two ways too. I can say this this has more positive way for both individuals and environment. I can also say this has negative way this can affect for both individuals and environment. So two other options are also there. So answer cannot be always this thing. So I have told that it creates positive impact on individuals and negative environmental impacts. So you can say it's completely positive for both individuals and the environment too. So this is what other two options. So we don't always remember that whenever you get a question, opinion question, don't think in a specific way. You know that you may have a more number of answers. So whenever you get whenever you decide what you have to write for the right answer as answer, so you are selecting completely positive or completely negative. If you have, see whether you have enough points there, then go ahead with that. So here I have gone halfway positive to the individuals and negative to the environment. So you can say completely negative for the environment, because environment and both the environment and the individuals, because you can say that individuals it is promoting unwanted consumerism, and people are becoming spendthrifts. So negative issues are a lot in case of this change. And in case of environment, I already told that there is an increasing pollution rate, increasing exploitation of energy, renewable sources of energy, all these things we can say as the answer. Only thing is that you should have the power, the ability to explain it in the paragraphs and give examples. Thank you once again. Have a nice day.